All right, another thing to really think about with regard to content, documentation, promotion, all these things is knowing when, where, and what to get, and then also not overshooting. Like I know earlier I was talking about, I'll run and gun all day long, and I overshoot, admittedly. I'm very thorough, and you should be thorough to an extent, but there is a point that comes where you're like, all right, I have enough, I should move on to something else. At this point, the only other stuff I'd really get is probably some more drone stuff. I'll probably get that up, get some more, just little flyovers, right? Like little cinematic kind of diving, swooping shots around this, because this asphalt's all coming out. This is gonna get final cut. All the stone's gonna be added here. I think there's still some more removal here, but anyway, this isn't gonna look like this next time. So I wanna just make sure I get the process dialed in. Actually, this is a great opportunity to show you how I would photograph this with just my phone. I've been making these tutorials for a couple other industries, but this is a really good one. This is a great one to start with. Now, ideally, I would have done this the first day, but we're gonna use what we got, and that's our cell phone. So the whole point of this is to document the entire project from as many angles as possible, within reason. We wanna get 20, 30 photos of this phase. If you think about it, like if you have 25 photos of each phase of construction, at the end of it, you've got maybe a few hundred photos total, like 200 photos to show your job. So let's approach this as if we just started the job, because I would recommend doing this day one and then doing it throughout the process, unique phases of construction or demolition or whatever it is that you do, but just being mindful of the phases and documenting. So could be first thing in the morning, could be midday, could be when you leave, I don't know, whenever you decide to do it, but this is probably gonna take about 15 minutes or so, I would say. What we're gonna do is open up our trusty iPhone. You're gonna clean off them damn lenses. I can't tell you, man, how many of my bros would be like, dude, check out this video. And it's like, did you dip it in Vaseline? Like, clean your lenses. It's just, you gotta do it, because a great shot will be ruined, and you'd be surprised how sharp these iPhones and Androids really are. So anyway, let's start from back here. Cool angle, right? We're right against the silt fence, erosion control here. I'm in 0.5. Super wide, because I want to show the whole project here. So super wide, 0.5, take a photo. Now if you tap on the screen where it's like brightest, typically iPhone or Android will expose for that area, but you can also drag this little sun up and down. If it's too bright and not to your liking, like that's overexposed. So I'm going to tap the sky there, level it out. There's a built-in level. By the way, I would put grid lines on and the level if you have the option. And we're just gonna keep it nice and level, take a nice wide photo of the entire backside of this project. We'll walk over here, halfway down, kind of split the difference of this. Again, another wide, tap the sky. The other thing is we kind of want these exposures to all look similar. And if you think about this, it's a giant rectangle. And if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos on this side, 4 in the middle, and 6 on that side. So it's 6, 12, I'm bad at math, 20 photos. We're gonna get 20 photos almost in like 360. I already got this one, so I'm gonna leave that be. Another one from here-ish, just kind of looking out. And again, because we can follow up at the end and just before and afters. People love before and afters. I'll tell you what, 2 things people love: before and afters and time lapses. This is a good angle here because this is all gonna be different. So just knowing in your mind, seeing in your mind's eye, the plans, the phases of construction. Just start thinking ahead of time, like how's this gonna look and how can I document it currently? I've been pretty thorough on the drone side over here. Not exactly tall enough, but I know there's gonna be some action here next to the power. So just getting some photos to show this, because again, this is never gonna look like this again. And that's the point. I want people to know and see that stark contrast, that before and after, definitive before and afters. People love that. People love a transformation. And if you get nothing else, before and after photos are arguably like some of the best content you could ever get. This is a good look here. GeoGrid, business. Tap the sky again to get that exposure kind of dialed in. And I do one from the corner. Showing the whole scope. I'll get that whole silt fence in there. Kabam. What else? Now I'm gonna be more thorough and go over here because I know there's gonna be some changes up there. Actually, just gonna keep it. I'm gonna do the full loop around first. Yeah, and this is gonna be very different. We already know. So get a nice angle of that. One here, straight on. I just ripped off 3. Do one from this angle. How are them locates? They accurate?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Sometimes,
yeah.
If they want to be.
Yeah, it's off and on.
All right, a little more up close here. So we're 7 minutes in, right? This is taking 7 minutes so far. And I mean, in total, it's probably gonna take about 15. Being honest. And I mean, most people got 15 minutes on a job site, you know? And especially if you think about the point is to sell more of these jobs. We need to have definitive proof. And, you know, you can hire a guy like me, absolutely. You can hire a photographer to come out, but I gotta be honest with you, man, like, they're not gonna be there all the time. They're not gonna be there through it doesn't make sense to hire a photographer all the time. Like maybe finished product stuff, really high level stuff, but economically viable. I mean, you want to do as much of it as you can because you're gonna be there and it's, you know what's going on. This is interesting, you know. Get one halfway down. 360, oh puppy. Look at the baby. I have to say hello. Oh, he's taking the dog. How's it going, man?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. Start documenting the project. Is this a Weimaraner?
Yep.
Hi, buddy.
Are you with the city?
No, I'm with Caleb.
Oh.
Just getting some
awesome.
photos. I know. Walk around talking to myself on the GoPro. But yeah, just documenting the phases, you know.
Cool.
So far, so good. It's a cool
It looks good.
cool little project. Oh.
I'm excited to get it done.
Yeah, man, I bet. It's like a big upgrade and
Oh, hell yeah.
good investment too. It's just more storage, more trucks, more.
Exactly. I don't think you can go wrong on these industrial properties like this either, you know, improving them. So.
For sure. Long-term value.
Yeah.
Project managers.
Good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. It's a little wet out here.
Oh. Yeah, you know, the problem with it is every job that we do in this country is getting rain, but you need rain. It's not
Bobby.
water through there. You know?
This is the project manager. Oh, you're such a sweet baby. Look how cute you are. I love Weimaraners. Great dogs. Hi, sweet puppy. Okay, so continuing. Might as well get one from this angle. Another, I mean, even though the machine is kind of obscuring it, good Hitachi brand placement. Shout out Hitachi. But there we go, we're 10 minutes in, right? And again, walking around, taking photos with your phone intentionally, like this, following a just break it down in your mind. It's a rectangle. I'm gonna take 20 photos, all from these different angles, and I'm gonna do this again when I'm done, because these are gonna be dramatic before and afters. When this is all paved and they've got all their branded trucks in there, and you share with them the before and afters, and you share it to that guy that I was just talking to, it's gonna be like, dude, people wanna flex, they wanna show their business. Like, dude, we just expanded, we're crushing it, we're doing great, you know? Give them that opportunity. Like, this is less about posting meaninglessly on Facebook and just being like, let's get likes from people. No, we're creating content so that the business owner over there, when we tag them in the post and they reshare it, they go, man, Caleb with Land X absolutely crushed it. Couldn't recommend him enough. What an incredible thing. 5-star review. Shares it to his page. All his other friends who own businesses are like, you know what? We've been putting off doing the apron and parking lot extension and want his number. He's made $500,000 because he took some photos and he tagged someone in it. I'm dead serious. I'm not being dramatic. Like, that's how this game is played. You got to give people the opportunity to promote you, but that starts with you promoting yourself. You know, stop hiding in the shadows. Literally, I'm just gonna shout from the rooftops. Any of my friends that own companies, even a complete stranger, I don't know who you are watching this on wherever it goes, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, get in the game, man. Start promoting your stuff. Companies that promote themselves intentionally and aggressively are absolutely going to get more results than if you're just hiding in the shadows. If people can't see you, if they can't find you, they can't hear you, they're going to go with someone that they can. So anyway, that's a little brief tutorial on just job site walkthrough. 10 minutes, what are we at? 12 minutes minus, a little interruption, or not interruption. It was, talking to the business owner. We'll get a few more shots here, and then I think we'll be in good shape to maybe snap a few dronies and get Caleb to I'll put the chest mount on him, mic him up, have him walk around, talk about what's going on.